Morning, guys. I feel uplifted and vibrant today. Had a quite a fiasco there for 24 hours or so. You know, it was bad weather, and we had some emotionals going on. You know what I mean? And we had this and we had that. We had it all running through you. You know what I mean? But that's what it is. That's what life is all about. Changes, smack bottoms, up the ladder and down the ladder. But what we gotta consider is pull ourselves up from the embers and claw ourselves to the top. That's what makes the people. That's what makes the people. So, I'm out in the workshop. I sold a bunny yesterday. Yep, they come late last night. Mr. Dana, he come in. I told Wade what I wanted for the bunny. I figured it was fair. And he snapped on it because he thought it was fair too. It's hard to get them live bunnies, you know what I mean? But East Coast seems to be getting on them traps. So, he's happy he come in and I went out, kept him in the box. That was the update of the rabbit. Box rabbit. Yeah, he was my company for a bit. And brought him there and he was very content. I looked inside, and he was just sitting up. Basically saying, nah. What's up, Doc? So, Dana said, they're good for 5 days. They can last 5 days in the box, as long as you feed them, Don't bother them, they're good. So it was only, not even a day, it was hours, right? So I said, okay, sounds good. Because I didn't want him to go hurt. But they're very strong and residual, the animals. Well, they're from the wild, they're tough. And it was warm in that box, guys. The way I built my box is warm. I had him in the back of the truck there, and he was in that. He was really toasty. Probably warm. It probably was a motel. A little small motel for him. Anyway, so Wade said, just give him an apple, whatever. So I went out and I cut a half an apple. One of them golden. I treated him well, guys. A golden ginger. A golden ginger, baby. Have you ever had a golden ginger apple? They only grow them in certain parts, seems so to me. I didn't know much about them. I looked at the plastic wrapper and said, golden ginger. And I went, man. And I think know where I got that first bag. It was up at Lakeel Country Store up there, up the way, up across the other side of the Bear River Bridge. That's quite a store that sells guns and ammunition. It sells bows. It sells meats, jerky, pepperonis, slummeronis, clothes, groceries. I'm almost running out of breath. No, I'm not. I got shavings all over here. I've been giving her yesterday. Anyway, so I went up there and I took that apple, looked inside, I put the screen down, I dropped the half an apple down, that old ginger golden. And I put it up there. That was about around noonish. So I went into supper time. I said, go check him out just before, I think Dana come, not too much before. And I looked at him, make sure he was alive and stuff, and he was just beautiful. He was in Box Hotel. He was in what do you call it, the Pump Jack Hotel, baby. That's what he was in. Yes, I'm back. I'm back with vengeance. Nope, Pump Jack Hotel. Pump Jack Hotel, that rabbit was doing swell. He was nestled right in, just like a big old fat hen. No, he was sitting there. He was sitting there trying to find myself. That's a good song. I was sitting here trying to find myself, remind myself. I bet you Billy pick up on that one. I think that could be. That's Kid Rock, I think. Anyway, I dropped another apple. I dropped an apple for supper time for you. Supper. So I was preparing myself for supper, and I said, I gotta go take care of old Pump Jack. Pump Jack Bunny. That's what he was. So old Pump Jack Bunny looked in there, and that apple was gone. No, look at her. He hit that apple. So I dropped the fence down a little bit and dropped the other half of that apple that I put in. I don't know what happened after that. Dana come later on. He went up to Dana's the Stones. They're really good hunters. He's not just a country singer. That's all I can say. But he does dog trial and stuff. You know, they raise dogs and winners, trophy winners, all over the States and Canada. So a guy from Newfoundland, they was meeting up with him way up the other side of Nova Scotia. Way up, and all called Rusty, you know what I mean? That was the old Friendly Giant, a Canadian show. I bet you guys, listen to this one. You guys type in Friendly Giant on YouTube, and it'll come up. He's a big, tall guy, and he has Casey and Finnegan. That's why when I do my puppets, someday I like to do a little puppet show, because I'm unique. I'm different. I'm unique. I'm sort of like an artist, unique. I can't help it. That's the way I am. And anyway, type in the Friendly Giant, and you will see what I'm talking about. Look, it goes, look way up. He plays his finger or something. He plays with a chair, a rocking chair. This is a rocking chair to curl up into. And look way up. And I'll call Rusty. Rusty? And Rusty, I think's the dog. Rusty comes up out of there. I think that's where I got my uniqueness from. Being a kid, I didn't realize it till now, because I like doing puppets. Oh, I like imitating voices and stuff. I was a pretty good hand at imitating voices. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I try to turn my voice right to that sound or saying. In a good way, not making fun, just at a humor to see if I can do it. Yeah, it was pretty cool. Anyway, and there's another show, Canadian show. You guys probably saw it too. The Americans could have seen it from the north of America, close to Canada. Maybe, I don't know. It's a CBC broadcast or something years ago. Mr. Dress Up. He had a tickle trunk. And he had big black rimmed glasses. And the show's called Mr. Dress Up. And he opened that trunk. And I'll tell you no word of a lie, when you're a kid, he could pull out a big elephant out of that trunk. He could pull a motel out of the trunk. He could pull anything out of that trunk. There's no end to it. That's because it's a false bottom. It's all open. Somebody's down there shoving the stuff up to him. So Mr. Dress Up and a Friendly Giant. You just go through there and look at a couple episodes. Yeah, and what Mr. Dress Up does, he would dress up and be who he wants to be. The kids would come, like real kids, and they have conversations, and it's a kid show. Yeah. Seems like I'm still a kid in my heart. Seems like it. Well, that's good, though. I think we all got to be kids in our hearts. You know how we come and play with our grandchildren and stuff? We try to. Like what we used to be, you know what I mean? But we used to play with them, and we think back, and them grandkids, and them kids, your kids or whatever, kids in general, they think something of that. They look at us like we're antique, we're old people. It don't even matter if we're 30. If they're like 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, we could be 20 and 30 and 40. We could be ancient to them. And they like that. They like adults playing with the kids. So it was pretty fun. I don't know how I got on the story. Yeah, okay. So I got to put my apron on, and I'm building a box. Dana's going to drop the box off. I told Dana, I said, yeah, just take the box strap. And I said, let the rabbit go. So what do you do to take the rabbit? And they put the rabbit out. And the rabbit just lives very good. And they take them little doggies, and the doggies, they train them. They sniff. They take up maybe the scent of the rabbit, and they put the dog on the scent, and the dog is, that's how they learn them, right? So they're good trainers. So it went to a good home, and that rabbit could live for a long time, right? So that's good. That's good. Everything is a win-win. I get money. I can take money and I can buy some groceries. I'll tell my brother, I say, yeah, I sold them rabbits. I mean, I can't really eat them all. I mean, I can stuff my guts, but you know, there's so much you can eat, you know what I mean? I can sell a few here and there. I can buy a little bit of peanut butter and crackers. I like that peanut butter and crackers. Soda crackers with salt. And buy a few trinkets, you know what I mean? So I take that rabbit, and that rabbit's giving me his alive life, and I'm passing him on so he can train little doggies and probably spin circles around them, having fun. He's having fun too. It's a win-win. Now when I get hungry, I'll dispatch a rabbit and I'll eat it. Yep. And that's the way it meant to be. And thanks all of you guys for showing some crazy support my way. I didn't expect it. No, I know you guys kind of like me, maybe a little teeny bit, you know what I mean? Because you check into my channel. But you fellas are astronomical. The whole works of you. Yep. So, blessings to all of you. And may we make lots of videos, as long as I'm vertical and not horizontal. What we got down here? I left this stuff right outside. It's Geordie old Alabama. Glad I stopped. I think I ran out of wind and I was going to fall down horizontal. Anyway, I'm going to build my box. Well, Casey Fuller's on the build, you know what I mean? Well, I think I'm going to file the saw up, tighten it and file it up. I do have to cut a board. I think I'm going to cut a board, install a board, and then I'm going to build the new box. So we'll get this done first. You guys remember the big white board that I cut off back in Squirrel Town with the chainsaw mill? Well, that's what we're going to be using for sideboards for the sled. Is that wide board. We're going to put one board. We're going to cut it basically in two. I'm going to I'm going to install it for sideboards. Just gonna get this right here. Ain't bad. Yeah, so I'm gonna go back and cut that in two and make a set of sideboards for the sled. Here, there we go. Today's a little warmer today. what I did here, when I cut that board back, Squirrel Town I was telling you guys about, and you remember, if you think back, how that log had a big curvature from the big processor years ago, cut right into that log. There's what it did. That's part of that log, and there's lots of boards like that. So I left that profile to put on the sled, and I'll show you what I mean. It's gonna probably look like some of them racer sleds. Hold on. I gotta burn it, yes, of course, but let's burn it. Just look at it first. It's designed this way with that 7-degree pitch on it, so it tapers in, so we'll put it where it's supposed to be. I'm thinking it's gonna come in a bit more. Like that. Back. There. That's what it's gonna look like. Huh? It's gonna look beautiful. I'll show you when I get it burnt. Had a little split in the top, so what you do, you drill a hole and you put a nail in it. I won't split no more. Burning it, torching it so water won't penetrate the wood and rotting it out. It'll stay like that for umpteen years. Ishibon. It's called Ishibon. I don't mind the bark being on these stakes. They won't hurt nothing. They will, ash lasts a long time. It'll flake off the bark before it rots the stake. Gonna darken it up a bit. Give it a little love. It would have turned color after a bit. Didn't use much nails in this build, but runners, wide runners. I made them runners wide so they can stay on top of the ground. A little easier than just a 2-inch. So I got worked out to be almost 3.5 inch. So that's a good thing. Let's get on the box. Got the box, but the sled. It looks really good, guys. I'm very, very pleased with myself. The Lord, pleased with the Lord. Let me create this
monstrosity. And this is the chainsaw lumber, one board, this wide board I saved. It was 11 feet long, and I cut it in two, so it's a good thing. I've got a piece of temporary rope inside, right there, just to haul around. Made little curves on these sticks, like an old-fashioned logging. But that's what it is. This is a piece of art, eh? This is unique. Original made, only one. It's like anything. When you make it custom, it's original. I didn't have no blueprints. The blueprints was by God Almighty. He was the architect. I'm just a builder. I'm building it. These are two nails I put down in there. Had a crack in it, so I drilled it. Re-drilled it. That wasn't going nowhere. Right now I want to do a series of holes along the top. I'm going to be hanging rope. It's for the tie downs when I lasso my load. Hard to see a pencil on black. I think I got it. What I'll do, let's go in here and pick out let's try this one. I try this one. Seems like for 100 years. It might be dull, I'm not sure. Let's try it together. Called the bracing bit, if people don't know it. You push it against your belly or your chest, adds pressure. It's not super sharp. Don't touch it with the round file. Should be up here somewhere. There we go. Basically all I'm doing is following their curvature. Just gently. Basically, lightly. And I'll put a little bit here. This one over here, I'll do the same thing. Just kind of give it a little rub, gently. Right here, here. Let's see where that's going. Okay, down a bit. So give that a little rub. Basically taking a little bit of rust off it. I had these tools for seemed like 100 years. Never had the opportunity to use them, but I kept them in case. It's got a good feed screw. There's the feed screw right there. That's a feed screw. That's a good point there. I'll put a little bit more here. Take some rust off the doodly. And just to make it better, I guess. Let's try it. Let's cut some. Okay, what I did, so you don't bust through the inside, or inside or outside, doesn't matter. You don't bust through the other side. I went through till I felt that feed screw I was telling you about. Now I'm going to go on the other side and push it through this hole. I'm not going to have the same pitch because I got it on an angle. Here we go. Should be coming pretty soon. There it is, see? I'll show you guys what I mean. These bracing bits are, people say they're a thing of the past, but I'll tell you, when you got no power, see how clean that is? Look how clean that is. And there's the inside. Look how, well, you can't even tell there's a hole there, but hello. Okay, so what I did, I come down 3 inches. I come down 3 inches and across 3 inches. And I'm going to do the same on every corner. And then I'm going to drill holes along the sides for my rope. The rope will be slag, be hanging like, not tight. So I'll have a series of holes. I'll figure out what's good, that looks good, and that will be hanging. If worst come to worst, if it ever got stuck or something, you can grab a hold of the side of the rope if you wanted to and help pull it out, but it's just an added feature, that's all. Found the fence feed screw, I turn around and do it this way. Done. Tap like this. A little pitch. You came through. Same pitch to match the other side, the angle. Done. One more.
Pull it through. Do this side. So 4 corners is done with this after I sharpen it, and they're really better. So basically, when you see any type of tools, you see the angle, you go right slow, gentle, follow it, and that's what I do. So what we're going to do here, I told myself that what we'll do, we'll measure from this hole to this hole, and we'll get the center. Okay, let's do that. So we got 42. So half of 42 is 21. So center there is 21, it's right here. So make a mark of 21. And then you go, what's half of 21 would be 10 and a half. So you go from the center, and you put 10 and a half. And over here, 10 and a half from the center. Two and a half inches down for center. 2 3/8. We'll do the other side. I used to like running these. These work really good. So, what we got here is everything's spaced evenly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I think I'm going to put one here. So we'll have 6. That'd be great. On each side.
3, 4, 5, 6. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's the end of this video. Next video, I'll be doing other things to it. God bless you. May you be a blessing. Now I'm going to go check the bunny traps. You know what I mean? Smile and the world will smile with you, friends.